Hey YouTube, this is LocalMoron15 and this is my friend here, and we've been playing Grand Theft Auto 4 lately, and we're just going to give a quick review of it. The review is going to be composed of the gameplay, the story, the presentation, and the enjoyment, and we'll go over what we're going to cover in each of those sections as we review it. So me and my friend are just going to talk about it to each other and give us our opinions of each section. And although this review is kind of late, we're just going to go over it anyway because it's recently been added to the Xbox 360 dashboard to buy the full game. So if anyone's looking forward to buy it, watch this video. So the story, I think the story is pretty good so far. I haven't beaten the entire story yet. It's going to take us a little longer to do that. Well, we're planning on finishing it soon. So I think the story so far is pretty decent. I've played the other Grand Theft Auto games, and I think it's the best story out of them all, simply because it's simpler and the character is more likable, and you can actually see him develop throughout the game. So, what do you think about the story?
The story is very enjoyable and it's never repetitive.
Yeah, I agree. It's not very repetitive. Um, I did feel that some missions were like in the beginning, if they felt like they were a little hard because you had to like there were chase scenes and like driving the car in the beginning you weren't used to it, and like you were failing because you couldn't do a good car chase and the guy was getting away. But overall, I think the story was pretty good. Um, Obviously, we don't know the ending, so we can't be accurate on the entire story, but that's just what we think so far. Next, we have our presentation section, which means we're going to cover the graphics, voice acting, etc. Um, the graphics in this game actually look pretty good. I mean, from the other Grand Theft Auto games, they look much better. I mean, Rockstar Studios really improved the lighting on this game. You can see like the sun reflect off the windows of cars, and like the city itself looks absolutely amazing. Like when you see the Liberty City, which is the city you play in. Like if you take up a helicopter at night, you'll see like the whole city like lit up, like New York City, and it looks really cool. And this is actually kind of an impersonation of New York City, and I think they made the city very well.
That's
Eh,
that's partly because it's on the 360 and the PS3. So
yeah,
that also has to
like
take.
the last major games for this were on the PS2, and like you can tell that
Yeah,
this has been
difference.
revamped for the next generation of gaming. So definitely it looks much better in terms of graphics, and the voice acting of your main character is actually pretty cool. Your voice, it's like Eastern European accent, and I think it's done very well.
Yeah.
Next is the gameplay. So I think the gameplay is pretty good in most regards. The controls are fine. Did you have any problems with the controls that you found?
No, they were really easy to get used to, and it was actually really wasn't that tough as others would be.
Yeah, I think they really improved it from the other games because, uh, like in this game, like the cover system which they've added works pretty well. Because if you don't use it, you're probably going to die in gun battles and things like that. Because simply you die much quicker in this game. Your health is around your mini map, and you will see it drain very quickly if you don't find cover during a gun battle. And the cops are therefore stronger in this game, and you die really fast when you're getting shot down by cops. Um, uh, One really cool new gameplay aspect is that other Grand Theft Autos and other free world games haven't had that this game does is location damage, as in when you shoot someone in the leg, like they'll like start limping, or if you shoot them in their arm, they'll start cradling their arm. So that's really cool. Actually, they actually use that in missions sometimes when you want to cripple someone and not kill them
Yeah.
or make them talk and things like that. And I think it works very well. It adds a sense of realism to the game. The driving in this game, I thought it worked well. I think you need to get used to it. What do you think of the driving?
It was good. It was really good actually. But as you said, you need to get used to it, and it has it's actually really cool how different cars have different speeds and braking power.
Yeah. Like all the cars have different controls. I think the vehicle artist did a very good job of making this game, just very what do
Very
you call it?
realistic.
Yeah, realistic is a great word because this game is very realistic when it comes to driving, and the crashes are very realistic too. It's really fun to watch you crash.
I love the
Although I
open
will
world
warn
also.
you guys, if you're going to drive a helicopter, you're going to crash and crash and crash many times. So you need to really get used to it. The helicopters especially. And the last section is the enjoyment. I think the only thing that took away from the enjoyment in this game personally were some of the missions that seemed either A, repetitive, or B, were a little too hard for the time in the game. Because sometimes you have to like repeat them over and over and over again until you finally got them. And I think that they should have started you out a little easier in terms of missions.
Like a tutorial, maybe.
Yeah, like a easier tutorial and like just have fun missions because I've noticed like in the beginning, like your missions were mainly drive him there, pick that person up, drop that person off there, and it got a little boring to do that. I mean, I play Grand Theft Auto to blow stuff up and shoot people, as do we all. So that's our review. Do you have anything else to add to that?
No. Overall, it was a good game though.
Yeah, so if you're looking for a good game and you have to decide between Saints Row 2 and this game, it's really hard. It just depends on what you like. Saints Row 2 is probably going to be a little more enjoyable because it has way more cheat codes and things that you can customize. But they're both good for different reasons, and I think they're both great games. But if you want a little harder game, then definitely Grand Theft Auto 4 is your choice. So I'm Local Moron 15, and this was my friend, and this was our review of Grand Theft Auto 4. Thanks for watching.